There was a time when Britain's railways were alive, each track echoing the rumble and hiss of steam, each engine a marvel of fire and steel, breathing life into towns and cities. These engines, majestic and proud, once captivated the hearts of children and adults alike, bringing wonder and adventure into their lives. But now, here they lie, abandoned and rusting, in a place where dreams have faded, a steam locomotive graveyard. At the peak of their reign, steam locomotives weren't just machines, they were a part of us, a symbol of progress and freedom. From the clatter of wheels to the rhythmic chuff of pistons, these iron horses carried countless passengers and goods across the country. Families gathered at platforms to see them off. Children waved as they disappeared into the distance. But as the world changed, so did our railways. By the 1950s, diesel and electric engines began to replace steam, and the age of steam locomotives began to fade. This shift promised greater efficiency, less maintenance, and reduced pollution. For the railway companies, it was a step forward, a necessary change in the face of modernisation. But for many, this was the beginning of the end. In August 1968, British Rail officially bid farewell to the era of steam with a final rail tour, famously known as the 15 Guinea Special, which marked the last time a steam locomotive ran on Britain's main lines under British Rail. The 15 Guinea Special was more than just a train journey. It was a farewell, a gathering of loyal enthusiasts and tearful onlookers who came from all over to witness the last stand of steam. To many, it felt like losing an old friend, a loyal companion that had carried generations through the decades. For years, steam engines had inspired awe with their power and their presence. But on that day, they were retired, sent to rest like old soldiers, one final journey into history. Now, these graveyards hold the memories of a time when rail travel wasn't just a way to get from one place to another. It was an experience, a journey filled with excitement and wonder. It's heartbreaking to see them here, rusting and broken. For each of these machines, there was a moment when it was alive with purpose, full of steam and fire, racing through the countryside with its signature plume of smoke trailing behind. Today's generation may never know the thrill of watching a steam engine roar into life or the sound of its whistle echoing across the fields. They may never feel the excitement of boarding a train powered by the sheer might of steam, its cab alive with the heat of the fire and the clanking of metal. They're missing out on a legacy, a heritage that was as much a part of British identity as the castles and countrysides it passed by. So here they rest, these giants of iron and coal. But while they may be silent now, their stories live on in our memories and our hearts. Perhaps one day, more of them will be preserved, restored, and allowed to run again, not just as relics, but as reminders of the beauty and wonder that once graced Britain's railways. For now, we honour them in places like this, a train graveyard, where the echoes of steam and dreams linger still.